Hey there. I haven't been on to talk about books in a while, so I thought I'd jump on and in a bit of a different turn from what I usually do, I'm going to talk about a couple books that I haven't read recently, but that I read, I would say, I guess it would be 42 years old now, because I am very nostalgic when it comes to my books, and I'm not saying I keep them in great shape or keep them classic, but I do love the books that I have read as a kid and still love reminiscing about them to this day. So there were two books that I got when I was 10 that were very special to me. I got them both as a gift from my cousin, and it inspired me to read a lot of fantasy. So I'm going to share them with you. So one is, which people already know, is The Hobbit. And I got this when I was 10, or even 9, I think, because, 1981. So, as you can see, a little bit of the map in there. The cover, well worn, very old. I think it has some dog hair on it. Can't even read on the side barely in terms of it being The Hobbit. But I was 9, so 43 years ago I read this book, and it always out to me, and it is the reason why I went and bought all 3 books after that to read right away. I didn't read the Silmarillion too much later, but it really opened up a lifetime of reading fantasy. So, The Hobbit, one of the greats, one of the classics. Loved it ever since I was a small boy. And the other book that also is kind of a fantasy tale, and also kind of a parable, is The Arabian Nights, and I got that in the same year. I was 9, and by the same cousin, so that cousin did well. I don't know if he knew that I was going to love this stuff, but I did. And Arabian Nights is a collection of stories that a queen, I believe it's a queen, Scheherazade, tells her husband the king, and it's to delay her from being executed, so she tells all these stories to him to delay him from giving the order to have her killed. And there's some classic stories in there. So there's Ali Baba. There is one you may know of because it got Disneyfied, Aladdin. And so there's a ton of stories in there, and that is how I learned all the great stories that the Arabian Nights had. It's not the only name for it, but that's the name that I got, the illustrated junior fantasy version of it. And the thing that I loved about it was that there was, I loved things that had a moral component to it, old fairy tales, old myths, those sorts of things. I loved the didactic part of it. So, The Arabian Nights, one of my favorites. I might just reread it so I get my facts straight on it, but that's what I remember from when I was 9 and reading it. So, if you got some favorite books that when you were a kid that you could still enjoy as an adult, drop me a comment, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.